die taten rein.
Sie ist das ein Mann, sie ist das ein Bocher, sie ist das eine Käfer, sie ist das eine Sache. Sie soll nicht das Traten, sie soll nicht das Klären, als mein frommer Mann, so sind die Borger am Schweren. Die Bord soll mir sein, die Bord, die Taten rein, die Bord soll mir sein. Die Bord, die Taten rein. Nächten bei Nacht ist gekommen zu holen, die ganze Geburt, alle Beschale, Maharahin, Ahora, und leben die Bord, ist gelegen Asche. Die Bord soll mir sein, die
Taten herein. Die Bord soll mir sein.
Die Bord,
Die taten rein.
Okay. Okay. So, Janet, can you start, please?
The Haskalah Jewish Enlightenment of the 19th century aimed to bring Jews into the modern world. Its adherents, the Maskilim, encouraged education in science, math, secular history, and the languages of the nations where Jews were living. Some of them adopted modern European of the Haskalah. A Jew who dressed that way in Eastern Europe was often called a Deitch in Yiddish. Some masculine rejected board and I think that's Bart. Board? Okay.
Board.
Bart, the beard.
Yiddish is board.
The beard. Okay, the Haskalah inherited from the earlier Misnagdim opponents a rejection of many Hasidic ritual practices and teachings, especially the belief of Shaitim, demons, and miracle-working rabbis.
Okay, go on.
Vinkl Gordon wrote articles and poems in both Yiddish and Hebrew. He sang his song Dibord, the beard, in the 1860s. We have already listened to his humorous song Dimashka, the liquor. Gordon was a maskil, and Dibord was a Hasidim. He published it anonymously in 1868 book, Anthology and in 1889. For more about Gordon, see the online YIVO Encyclopedia. It is sung here by Rachel Weston and Lawrence Klomberg.
Okay, so let's start with Stella. Can you start?
Yeah, sure. Als Zippe Treine ist in Stieb reingekommen, hat sie ihr eigener Mann nicht erkannt. Die ganze Bord heruntergenommen, hat sie gemacht a jammerlich Gewalt.
Good.
When that's her name, Zippa
Chipper,
Treine.
yeah.
Treine I never heard of, but I guess it's the Zinnumen, like they call it, like the second name. When she came into her house, she didn't recognize her own husband. His entire beard was cut, gone.
Yeah.
Gone. And she gave a scream.
No, hat sie gemacht.
She
She,
made a big scream.
yeah, a sorrowful scream.
Sorrowful.
Sure.
Okay, go on.
Debord soll mir sein. Debord ich in Taten rein. Debord soll mir sein. Debord in Taten rein. I should have the beard.
Good.
I should have the beard, and it should be in the father. The father should have the beard. Should go back into the father.
Okay, question. In Tatnarein, it's not some kind of curse too?
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
the devil take it.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh, really?
in Tatnarein, yeah.
I know it different. I know it in Drirtsimtoten, like in the ground with the father.
Well, I know it in Tatnarein or in Tatnarein, which
Ah.
is an
Well,
extra.
I think in that context, it's implied that it's a demon should enter your father and your grandfather and your
Yes.
great. I think it's a shade in Tatnarein. It's like
Yeah.
a curse.
Yeah, it's a curse. I know
That
it
you
is.
be possessed by a
Yes.
demon.
Maurice, the thing you sent me when I asked you about,
Yeah,
it says go to hell.
right. Go to hell.
I thought
Right.
she meant the beard should come back into the father, like he should get the beard
No,
back.
no, and I think it's meant
Okay,
it's
Refoel,
meant satirically, but
To hell with you. It
to
says
hell
to
with
hell
hell,
with
right.
you.
Okay, yeah.
Refoel, please.
Yeah, I think it can have both meanings. The first time I ever heard this song was sung by Minalif Vishwanath after her father had shaved off his beard. His mother had just died, and in his tradition, he's from India, and in his tradition, one takes off the beard as a sign of mourning. And so, for the first time, she saw her father without a beard, and so at the Yiddish Vach, she's saying, Die Bord soll sein in Taten rein. And it's understood then that it meant my father should get his beard back. But of course, I like the explanation as well. In Tatnarain, meaning go to hell.
Right.
Okay, so let's continue. Joseph, can you read, Joseph? Joseph?
Ich kann nicht lernen.
You can't speak?
Ja, ich
Okay.
kann nicht.
Okay, no problem. Ralph, please. Ralph, wie bist du? Hat gesehen früher?
Sie ist das ein Mann, sie ist das ein Bocher, sie ist das eine Kava, sie ist das ein Socher, sie soll ich das trachten, sie soll ich das klären, als mein früher Mann hat sich die Bord abgeschoren. So is this a man? Is this a young man? Is this maybe it's a woman? Is this an older man? A man? Should I think about this? Should I deliberate this? As my religious man had this beard shaved off.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so
Can I ask a question about Sie soll ich? If you go back.
Yes.
Yeah. Sie soll ich das trachten? Could it be like what should I think?
Yeah,
Or
right. Should I? What can I imagine it? You know.
Yeah, and trachten and claren, I wasn't really sure about the difference between. I looked them both. I mean, trachten, I knew,
Right.
What's the difference between trachten and
I mean, I think
claret?
they're generally synonymous.
Okay,
You know, it's just she can't imagine, she can't grasp it. You
okay,
know, what should I make of this? You know,
okay. Thanks.
Okay.
I think
So, Ralph, can you just read it? We already translated. Just read it, please.
Die Board, soll mir sein. Die Board in Taten rein. Die Board, soll mir sein. Die Board in Taten rein.
it.
Okay. Chaya, yes?
can you put one slide back?
Yes.
I think the reason he wants to do some cave, weil man sagt die Board. Board is a symbol of masculinity, yet you say die Board, which is the beginning of a feminine object. So that's why I think this verse is interesting.
Okay. Maybe. Maybe we don't know. Maybe Chaya.
Why would you say die Board? It is a feminine.
It is the D.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
I would think that since the beard is a symbol of masculinity, when you see a person without a beard, you're like, is it a man? Well, if it's a man, he should have a beard. So is it a woman? You know, is it a man? Is it a woman? Is it a young boy because they don't have a beard yet? You know, I think that that's more what it means.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, let's continue. Eric, can you read, please?
Gestern bei Nacht ist mir gekommen zu Cholm die ganz board Ele Hashalom. Okay. Yeah, may it rest in peace.
May it rest in peace.
Yes,
beard.
the
beard should rest
That's what
in
I said.
peace.
That's what I said. May it rest in peace.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It should be she rest in peace, given
Yes.
it's feminine.
Well.
But ahor aher un lebendem board is gelegen very little phrase. I came in about the whole little beard.
Yeah.
May it rest in peace.
Right.
A hair lying here, a hair lying there, and next to the beard is lying the scissors.
Right.
Okay, just read the next one.
Die Board soll mir sein. Die Board in Taten rein. Die Board soll mir sein. Die Board in Taten rein.
Good.
Okay, so
Very good.
I think that's it. Okay, so let's listen to it once again.
Als sie per Zweine ist in Stube reingekommen, hat sie eigenen Mann nicht erkennt. Die ganze Gebäude darunter genommen, hat sie gemacht, bei jünglich Gewalt. Die Boot,
die Taten allein. Die Boot, soll sie sein. Die Boot, die Taten allein.
Sie ist doch eine Cave, Nächten bei Nacht ist gekommen zu holen, die ganze Geburt, alle die Schale, Maharain, Aharaher, und leben die Bord, ist gelegen Asher, die Bord, die Bord, die Bord,
die Bord, die Taten herein. What song is mine?
die Bord,
Die Bord, die Taten herein.
So before I stop sharing, I see that Rochelle raised her hand. Rochelle.
Yeah, Miriam Hoffman, may she rest in peace. Whenever I went to her house, she had a couple of jokes, and one that she repeated often was, Was heißt gefährlich? Gefährlich ist, als mich schneit up de Haare, mir rasiert sich, wächst zurück.
So you, but still, translate for us, because I didn't catch all the.
Okay, you cut your hair, you shave your face. What is gefährlich? What is
Terrible.
tragedy or whatever?
Terrible, right?
Terrible. You cut your hair, you shave your face, and it grows back.
Ah, okay. That's great.
And and
But
also
when she said it, it was funnier, I must say.
again, Maurice, in the translation that you sent, it says your beard, for pity's sake. That it
wow.
mere sign. Your beard, for pity's sake, your beard, to hell with you.
Good.
Okay, any question, comments about the song?
Yes, the word nekeva.
Yeah.
I thought a nekeva is not a nice woman.
No, it just means
No,
female.
just female.
She's right. She's right. In colloquial
But it's
terms,
used as an insult.
Right.
Doesn't
a loose woman. It's
like a girlfriend, I think.
No, a loose woman. A loose
A
woman.
loose woman.
She's
Yeah.
such a nekeva.
That's what I always heard.
Well, the cave
But it's simply a female. It's just a female. It's a scientific word of female. But it's used as an insult because of the position of women in Jewish society.
Right.
Okay, Morty?
Yeah, I was just going to say that I never heard it as a loose. It's just mentioning a woman as somebody who has no importance, but not a loose woman.
Right.
Okay. Any more comments, questions? Anything about it before we move to Chaim Grade?
I
No?
just wanted to comment. I don't too off color, but a Hebrew teacher I had at one point, as an adult, basically said, you don't really want to know. So for the Hebrew speakers,
okay,
I think I think for the Hebrews, nekeva became that a bad word because nekev.
Yeah,
is
no, not really. Not
What's
really.
neck?
Yeah, not really.
whole,
Nekeva is not really.
What's nekev?
a whole.
Nekev is a whole. Nekev is a whole. No, there's a context of a whole that that's
a little.
yeah,
That's why I hesitate.
Everybody knows it's just a vagina.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
But in Hebrew, we don't have a problem with the word nekev.
No, I know we don't. A kurva, somebody just said it.
Yeah, I just said it.
That's a different thing.
That's a different word.
Yeah.
That's something else. Anyway, I see that Barbara raised her hand.
I just have a question for maybe Morty can answer. I thought in Genesis, God created Zachar and Nekeva. I mean, the male and the female. The words are in the Torah, I thought. Just male and female. But
meaning male and female.
yeah, just that.
Okay.
That's all.
It's about time somebody censored that book.
That's your
There are
job.
worse things in there than
It's
that.
good.
Thanks.
Okay, Beverly.
Oh, the book has been censored. Zog does it say that a man is not supposed to cut the beard? Oh, how did they get that idea?
It's in the Torah too, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Or trim as
not-
well as trimming,
No,
trimming.
it's not true. It says not to bring a razor to the face. Tar,
Yeah.
tar
Well,
lo tavi, or something
what
like
happens is that in some Middle Eastern groups, cutting their face, cutting their face was a sign of idolatry
Oh,
when mourning, and that's why it was forbidden by halacha.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, now we know.
Also, you're not allowed to have a haircut like a mohawk where they shave the sides. So you have to have the sides for that reason.
Okay, that's just for aesthetic reasons, because it looks awful like Mohawk, so I don't know.
Are you insulting Native Americans?
No.
Different strokes for
different
depends who which
also,
tribe.
also the upsharing where you cut the baby's hair when he's 18 months.
No, said 3 years. 3 years.
Oh, 3 years. You're right. 3 years. They wait 3 years to cut the hair, which is getting very popular, by the way.
Okay, I think we are done with all kinds of air things. Yeah. So let's move to the story. Let's move to Chaim Grade. And here it is. Dikale. Dikale. I think it's big enough now.
Yeah.
Dikale. Okay. The first page is a bit difficult. Later on, it becomes easier. So, Refoil, please start reading.
Kala, the bride. Die Freitag nachtelijke licht, the light in the almost Friday night, in the opgeschirrene Lichter, in the prepared candlesticks, opgeschirrene, the polished candlesticks, seinen dusmal doppelt groß recovered their Gast, or this time twice as big because of the guest. So these are the candles that are twice as big. Die Flemmelich brennen Leuter. The little flames are burning purely. Und weben euch von Schein a weißen Kaleschleier. And they weave out of their shining a white bridal veil. Die Schattens rücken sich zusammen enger. The shadows close themselves closer and more narrowly. Verstellen die Spalten in die hölzerne, geplatzte Belkes. And they hide the cracks in the wooden cracked beams of the house. In die geuschichtige Wand, in the dark walls, und winken sich über, and they, I would say they flicker, but literally they wink around, they wink. I is das a Gast. Oh boy, is this going to be a guest? Schon einmal a Gast, an unusual guest. Euch die Sforim mit die lerdene Rukens. Also the holy books with their leather backs. Gucken von gläsernem Elmerl are looking out from the glass bookshelf. Wie vermoichter Lamden guckt krummlich durch die Spakulen, as if a learned person, a Lamden, and vermoicht the word moyach, of course, is brain. So let's just say a brainy scholar looks krumlich, sideways, durch die Spakulen, through his glasses, af achenev diker besula, at a beautiful young woman, was is im mevatel von lernen, that has caused him to set aside for a minute his study. So in other words, going back a little bit, he's comparing these holy books to lamdonim, and the fact that it's so bright in the house, it's upsetting them, just as it would be upsetting to a scholar to look aside and see a beautiful young woman.
That's wonderful.
Der Gast is a Mädel. The guest is a young woman mit saftig frische Lippen, with
Juicy.
well, I guess the word saftig is almost in English, with fresh and juicy lips, unlänglich schmolle Augen, and somewhat long and small, narrow eyes. Wenn sie schmeichelt, when she smiles, werden ihre Augen noch schmeller. Her eyes become even more narrow. Sie's verschmuret, sweetly, no, verschmuret, that's it. Verschmuret, squinting. Yeah. Und ihre abgedeckte blanke Zähne and her covered white teeth, erzählen von Akshonis, tell of her stubbornness. Ihre Figur, full-leibig, her figure, full-bodied, is abgetockt, is well-fashioned, und abgegossen von ein Guss, and poured forth as if in one pouring. Sie bewegt ruhig mit dem Kopf. She moves hesitantly, let's say. Ruhig is
Restless.
Restless, that's good. Yeah, restlessly, with her head, wie sie gewollt befreien ihre kleine, durchsichtige, rosliche Euren, as if she had wished to free her small, transparent, somewhat red, pink ears von die schwarze Horchfaljes, from the dark waves of hair, was verschitten sie, which are poured around, which are hiding them by being poured around the ears. In other words, her hair is hiding her ears, and she shakes her head as if to free the ears. Ihre Panem glitt, Shemevde. Face is glowing in an embarrassed way. She feels, Schottens und die Benchlichter betrachten sie, that even the shadows and the candles for the blessing are examining her mit Mavinus, with expertise. Und auch sie is nicht wenig überrascht von Kuznia Kemerl. And on the other hand, she herself is not particularly impressed by this little room in the smithy. And I have to tell you a backstory here. This all takes place in the author's mother's home, which is a room in a smithy.
Oh.
Shall I
Okay,
continue?
please finish this page. So.
What does kuznia mean?
A kuznia is a smith, where the smith works. A smithy.
Because there's another beautiful song about that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we heard Maurice sent it to us. Yeah, we listened to it.
So what is a kuznia kemerl?
Well, a kemerl is a diminutive of kamer, meaning a small room. So a kemerl is a diminutive small room.
Like
we get
a
the English
chamber.
word.
So it's
the word chamber is cognate. Yes, chamber is cognate.
Smithy room. So it's the smithy. It's the room where the smithy.
Where the smith works.
Right.
Where the village smithy stands. Right. Bis ich hab sie verbeten zu uns, a Freitag zu Nacht, when I had invited her to come visit us for Friday night, hab ich sie la zugegret. I prepared her for a long time. As wir wohnen in dem hintersten Cheder von der Kuznia, telling her that we live in the back room of a smith, of a smithy. Ich hab wegen dem also lang geredt. I spoke about this for so long, bis sie hat verloren das Geduld, until she lost her patience, und mir gesagt, and told me, as für mir passt nicht so viel, sich zu entschuldigen, that it was inappropriate for me to defend myself so much. Maise balabessel, as if I were a little balabos. So this word maise balabessel, in the fashion of a little balabos. Was ich lad sie nicht ein in Palatsen, trying to explain why I am not inviting her into palaces. Von deswegen, nonetheless, hat sie sich nicht gerecht, she was unprepared, zu sehen a selche abgescheilte Wand, to see such walls that were now abgescheilt,
Peeling.
peeling, yeah, the peeling walls, that's good. When asa verräucherte Sufit, and such a smoky ceiling. Guckt sie sich herum, she looks about, mit behaltenem Neiger, with hidden
Curiosity.
yeah, curiosity, und kamat a bissel der Schocken, and almost a little bit afraid.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Barbara, I saw that you raised your
Well,
hand.
I just found that remark very charming, and it's really very current, in my opinion, when she says to him, "You're acting like a bourgeois." You're overdoing it.
Yeah.
I
And
think that
it's about what Refoil just read.
There's a contrast between the description paragraph of these shining candlesticks and the wonderful books in the case, and then the impression of this tiny little room with the peeling walls.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's Grata is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay, not easy, but this story is phenomenal. Yeah, Bob?
Yeah, it's you read, you just listen to this and you can see why Grata was such an incredibly great writer. In fact, I think a lot of people believe that he was the person who should have won the Nobel Prize and
Yes.
not Singer.
Yeah.
And I think that that's probably true. It's hard to say.
It's not fair to Singer, you know. He
Yeah.
was a good writer as well. It's
Yeah.
not good. People always say he should have gotten it. He should have
Yeah.
gotten it.
Well,
Well,
I think he's a deeper, just a deeper. I don't know. He's great.
anyway, yeah, he's great, but Singer was great as well. So okay, yeah, he cannot get it anywhere anymore because he's dead. So yeah. Okay, Michael, please. There is only one Michael today, so Michael, please go on.
Die Mama sitzt beim Tisch mit einem schabbesdicken Schal über den Kopf. Mother is sitting at the table with the Sabbath shawl over her head. Und Abend Ma'ariv von ihrer Karban Mincha Siddur and reads the night prayer, the evening prayer from her Yiddish Siddur. I think a Karban Mincha means it's in Yiddish and not in Hebrew. But I'm open to correction.
It's a woman's siddur.
Yeah, a woman's siddur, thank you. But also a woman didn't know Hebrew, so the woman would have it in Yiddish. Wie lang ihre Lippen preppeln, as long as her lips babble, darf sie nicht reden mit dem Gast. She doesn't have to talk to the guest. Nicht Meure haben Tommer, sagt sie an unpassig Wort. She doesn't have to be frightened that she will say an inappropriate word. Und sie kann sich frei abgeben, ihre Machshovas, and she can freely give herself over to her thoughts.
Michael, before you continue, please, I see people raise their hand. Bob, your hand is, that's a new one or an old one? Okay, so, okay, Rafael, please.
Yeah, the Korban Mincha Siddur is a Siddur with Yiddish translation, but all the prayers are in Hebrew. At the Yiddish Vach, the egalitarian minyan uses a Korban Mincha Siddur, which is published by the Satmar. And so it's a very nice little Siddur. It uses the Nusach of the Hasidim, but it's just the name of the Siddur is Siddur Korban Mincha.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, thank you. And Louisa?
Thank you. Do you know why it's called Korban Mincha, meaning Korban Mincha?
Well, that's a question for a file, not for me.
No, I don't know why. The sacrifice of the afternoon, Korban Mincha. I don't know why the Siddur has that name.
Could Korban also mean offerings, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mincha can also mean a gift. So.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so go on, Michael.
Wenn ihr Sohn hat ihr gesagt, when her son had told her, als will verbeten auf Freitag zu Nacht sein Mädel, that he wants to invite his girlfriend for Friday night, what ihr euch erzählt, he also told her, als ein Mädel heißt Frumme Lipcha, that his girlfriend's name is Frumme Lipcha. Und gerät hat wegen ihr, also wie sie wollte schon gewesen sein, fertige Color. And he spoke about her as if she was already his bride. Hat sie gleich eine Tracht getan, so the mother had thought right away. She carved curious, sein früheriger Mädel, Belken, his previous girlfriend, Belke, was is mit ihr herumgegangen, that he went around with her, hat keinmal nicht verbeten in Kuznia. He had never invited her to the smithy. Nicht anders als mit sein itziger Mädel tracht Tage chasna zu haben. So it can't be otherwise that he is actually intending to marry this young woman. Hat sie genommen herumlaufen über den Stub. So she started running all over the room, auf Gich aufräumen, quickly to tidy it up, to sweep it. Hat sich voneinander gelacht und ihr der Mund. So he laughed at her and reminded her, als Punkt azoi tut sie auf morgen noch Chanukah, that this is exactly what she does after Chanukah. Wenn die reiche Ballabostes nehmen Einkäufen Gänse und prägeln Schmalz auf Pesach, stellt sie sich auf ein Vinkl mit einem Besen in der Hand und kehrt darum das Spinnwebs, was hängt herab von Balken. When the rich women come to buy geese and fry fat for Pesach, she stands on a bench with a broom in her hands and sweeps the spin webs that hang down from the beams of their room. Heute bis Pesach wird das Spinnwebs aufsnei anwachsen, although until Pesach actually comes, the spin webs will have grown again anew. It's when the Gast sitzt schon beim Tisch. Now when the guest is already sitting at the table, setzt sie auf ihr Sohn als von seiner Sicherheit in sich, hat sich ausgelöst auf beidem. She sees that from the son's certainty, confidence in himself, now has come to nothing. Die ist ausgelost dabei, come to nothing. Und gerade and actually he, not she, is pros poshet varshem zu lieb der Tira, and he is simply, not she, but he is now simply ashamed of their room.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Morty, would you
What,
like
what's the Dira?
The
In
Tira,
Peconia.
the
I mean,
apartment,
I'm sorry, what?
the apartment.
I meant Biden. What is the Biden?
A boredom is an attic.
An
It's,
attic. Okay, that's
Auslosen nach a boredom means it comes to nothing. It's
oh.
an
Yeah, it's
expression.
a saying, yeah. Mhm. Any more questions about what Michael read? No. Okay, so Morty, go on. Die Mame tracht Bräuges. Morty, you're with us?
Yeah, it's here. Morty?
Morty, bist du?
Let's see if did he step away?
No, he's here.
Yeah. Morty.
Hey,
hey.
Maybe he's having trouble connecting with
Yeah.
his voice.
Okay, I'll call him later.
Yeah.
Karen, please. Karen. Go on, Karen.
Die Abroides, my upsetting thought, angry thought. Suramen die Stub, Lekovid, and Oilech, to clean the house in honor of a guest, is Cain Avle Nit, is not an injustice or crime, nor schämen sich mit mein Ormkeit, but making me ashamed of my poverty. Shem ich sich lachluchten nit. I will not be ashamed of that, of my poverty. Keiner git mir nit. Ich verhorve allein mein Brot. Nobody gave me anything. I toiled myself for my bread. Mitten Ebersten's help, with the Lord's help. Oid mein Sohn meint Taker auf an emes Hasana choden. If my son is seriously, truly thinking of getting married, bedarf wellen als ein Kala soll kennen sein Obstand. He needs to want that his bride to be should know his pedigree, his
roots,
origins, sein Lager und Geschreunis, his situation and his defects. Mehr wie seine Milas. She should know his defects more than his beneficial virtues. Es kann euch greilich gemalt sein. It can be highly possible as das hat die Mädel gewollt wissen, wer es wird sein, ihr Schwieger. It is highly possible that the young lady wants to know who will be her mother-in-law. Sie ist doch von Greußen Jeches. She is from a a good ancestry. Danken, mein Sohn, der Fahr, was schämt sich mit mir nicht, weil ich, sorry, weil ich nicht, Gott, ich bin a proste Jirena. I will not be thankful to my son that he is not ashamed of me. Although though I am a simple woman. Mela, wer ich soll nicht sein, will ich schöner schon nicht wären. So that's in short who I will not present I will not be more
Whoever I might be.
Whoever I may
whatever
be.
I might be, I will not present myself to be more clever than I am. Or more,
beautiful.
I am beautiful, more beautiful. I just have a little trouble with this. I will, whoever I might be, not more beautiful than I am, I will not pass myself off to be more clever than I am. Something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly like that.
Und Tomer passt ich nicht für a Schwieger, führt man raus die Behemme und man verbrennt die Stahl. And
That's wonderful.
if I'm not suitable for mother-in-law, lead the cattle out and burn
Down the stall.
and burn the stable.
Burn the stable, yes. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Okay, Morty, now you hear us? Can
Yeah,
you
I do now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so please.
Die Mama hat sich sie bräugest und ärgert sich gur umsist. The mother, even though she got upset.
No, Morty, no. She chapt sich.
Yeah. The mother realizes herself
Exactly, good.
that she became upset and worried for nothing. Die Mädel sieht aus zu sein an idle. The young girl seems to be very kind. Die ganze Zeit schweigt sie. She keeps quiet the whole time. Nicht zu stören der Balabuste davenen. So as not to bother the Balabuste while she's praying. Es ist nicht kein Covid zu losen lang warten a Gast. It's not honorable to keep a guest waiting. Tracht die Mame. Thinks the mother. Is the mother thinking. Endigt auf Gier die Tfille. She finishes her prayers very soon. Tut a kish de Tovel von der zugemachten Siddur. She kisses the cover of the closed Siddur in Zugstill and says quietly, Good Shabbos. Have a good Sabbath. Good Shabbos, empfert freilich fromme Lipche. Good Sabbath answers happily fromma Lipche. Befreite von langen Stillweigen. Free now from her long being quiet. Ihr verfehlt kein Mal nicht zu davenen Marv. do you never leave? Do you never not do the pray Mariv?
Miss.
Yeah. Do you never miss praying Mariv? Wie es macht sich, as it is, and for the mama, answers the mother. Sie wird sich doch nicht wegstellen erzählen, als die vergangene donnerstige Nacht hat sie sich zugelegt. She will not start to tell that the last Thursday in the evening sie laid down, sie soll nicht einschlafen Freitag zur Nacht bei der Wäsche, so that she will not fall asleep on Friday night during dinner. Und heint hat sie sich hereingenommen mit der ganzen Schuh, and today she went in during a whole hour freer, earlier for Lichtbenchen. So she lit the Shabbat candles 1 hour earlier. Sie soll haben genug Zeit, so that she will have enough time, sich zu waschen in Ibeti, so that she will have enough time to wash up and dress up.
Okay, thank you, Morty. Before we continue, any questions or comment about what we are reading? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Luisa.
Yeah, I had a question on the previous page that I wasn't clear about one of the sentences that we read.
Okay.
The one that ends in, let's see, the line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 line, the one that ends in Größen Jachas. Or
Okay. Ist doch von Größen Iches. Okay.
Yeah, that line. And can we go over that line? Because I wasn't clear. Es que no, I
Gleich gemalt sein. It's very highly possible, as das auch die Meidl gewollt wissen, that the young girl wanted to know wer es wird sein ihr Schwieger, who will be her mother-in-law. Sie ist doch von großen Iches. She comes from a great Iches. So she wants to know who her mother-in-law is going to be.
I see. Thank you. Because she was coming from great Iches.
We will read later that she is coming from Rabbonim.
Before you go, I didn't understand the last part of that sentence.
Hier, und Tomer passt dich nicht für Schwieger, ja? That's one?
No, viert min arois die Behema und min verbrennt. Yeah, I didn't quite understand.
That's a saying. That's a saying.
And what is it? Yeah, I know it's a saying, but
it means that if she doesn't like the mother-in-law, then let's just finish this whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay, got it.
Let's not continue. Let's burn it all. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Barbara. You're muted, I think.
Yeah, could somebody explain to me the last lines that we read about the mother lighting the candles a whole hour earlier so that she could get washed. So I'm not understanding why. Yeah, could you explain that order for me? Clarify.
I think what's happening, she's already said that the night before, on Thursday night, she just went to bed because she was she tires very easily. Mm-hmm. So on Friday night, she lit candles 1 hour earlier because she was afraid that if things became later, she was going to be extremely tired for the Shabbos dinner. So she lit candles 1 hour later so she could wash and get dressed. And be more aware, more rested during the day, and not because if it was going to become later, she was going to be too tired
Oh, so
for
she was
the
just
whole
pushing.
evening.
Okay, thank you. She
Okay,
just was pushing.
Rafael, do you have another explanation?
Yeah, I read that differently.
Yeah.
You might be right, Marty, but I read it this way. She took herself in hand an entire hour before lichtbenching in
Mhm.
order to prepare herself to wash up and to change her clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Ja,
is
that's what
different.
I thought as well.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah,
reingenommen mit der ganzen Schuh früher verlicht Menschen.
yes,
That's
far Liebe. Yes, I missed that far.
yeah, the far. Mhm.
Yes,
Thank you so
Refuel
much.
is right. It's 1 hour before
Oh,
Lichtbench.
yeah. Luisa?
Yeah, so the question is the night before she did not say the prayers at all. Is that it?
Yeah, she fell asleep.
Apparently.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
fell
well, it was
Apparently so.
Thursday. It wasn't Friday. It wasn't the start of Shabbat.
Doesn't matter. You read Mariv every evening.
Yeah, I
Oh,
said she was not asking about lighting candles. She was asking her about davening Maariv.
about davening, yeah. But she's not going to tell her. What's done, done. She doesn't need to know. A need to know basis. Okay. Okay, Rochelle, go on. Ich bemerk.
Ich bemerk unteren frisch gewaschenem Tischdeckel. I noticed that under the freshly washed little tablecloth, a poor schöne verbräune
Verbräunte.
verbräunte, I don't know that word.
Alles.
Challis. Oh, challis. Oh,
Allah.
challis. Okay, so he notices that under the little tablecloth, I guess the napkin, uh, verbräunte, I guess brown, well browned
Well
challis.
brown, yes.
Um, größere wie ständig, larger than usual. Ich heb on machen Kiddush. I start making Kiddush in Eilenish, in a hurry. Nur bislich weiß, nehm ich Sorgen vermelche, but slowly little by little, I start doing it more slowly, weil fromme Lipsche, because fromme Lische guckt auf mir mit an earnesten Blick, because fromme Lipsche is looking with a serious look und mussert mir auf Sturmloschen, ich soll nicht abhaben, and is telling me without speaking that I should not do it quickly. Die Mama, was steht on a Seite mit zu neu gelegte Hand und guckt herab und notices quite idle.
Restraint?
I'm not sure. So
And
maybe someone
gravitas.
else knows.
Keep up appearances.
Keep up appearances. Good.
Okay. Sie bemerkt euch, she also notices, as the Mädel hört dem Kiddisch geruldig,
Geduldig.
oh, geduldig, that the girl is listening with patience, nicht aus Frömmkeit, nor ihr der Boste zu lieb. Not because she is religious, but because of the balabusta. In because of
To
the
please her.
Balabusta, to please
To
her.
please the balabusta.
Yeah, to please the Balabusta. Die Mama macht a hamoitzi, the mother prays over the bread, und schweigt, bis sie schlingt arunter a kizut.
Gezeit.
I don't know that word.
Gezeit. A small bit, like an olive.
Oh,
Gezeit is
okay,
like an
so
olive.
all
So
right.
until she, small
So
bit.
the mama so the mother prays over the bread and is quiet until she swallows a small bit. Fromme Lippsche kwenkelt sich sehr lang. I don't know what kwenkelt means.
Hesitate.
Oh, okay, so Fromme Lippsche hesitates for a long time, wie sie wohl sich Maschiv gewähnt. Okay, like she agreed?
Like she's deciding. Like
Oh,
she's
okay,
deciding.
like she's deciding. Soll sie machen a hamoitzi oder nicht? Should she pray over the bread or not? Endlich nimmt sie keinen und vergnügen, and she starts to chew with pleasure.
No,
Without
unvergnügend, without pleasure.
Without pleasure. Sie will mich nicht Moser sein?
Betzair sein.
I don't know what that means. Betzair sein.
Doesn't want to cause me pain.
Ah, okay. She doesn't want to cause me pain, aber sie will sich nicht herausstellen, schlimmer wie sie is. But she doesn't want to cause me pain, but she doesn't want to appear more religious than she actually is. Klärt die Mama und Kedai heraus zu helfen, dem Gast von Verlegenheit, sagt sie, in order to help the guest to
From her dilemma or embarrassment.
okay, from her dilemma, she says,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rochelle. Barbara, go on. Before this,
Actually,
any question?
Yeah.
Any question before
No.
that?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
tough.
I
It's too tough for me. I'm going to just listen.
Okay, no
thank you.
problem. Louisa, yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand the scene of these last two paragraphs where
Okay.
who's trying to is she trying to please the future mother-in-law with her patience or
She is, but not too much because she doesn't want to give a false impression that she is more religious than she is.
but the previous paragraph what is the previous paragraph describing in her behavior? I'm really not clear.
About taking the challah and whether she should say the prayer also or whether she should just eat it.
I know, but the previous one to that,
Oh,
it says in Bamerd
Okay, because the son, the mother's son, the son is making the kiddush.
Okay.
And he is starting to do it very quickly, but she is looking at him and letting him know that he should behave himself, and then he gets to do it, slowly as it should be.
Okay, that's
The
what
mother looks at the scene and she gets everything that's going on in the scene, and she notices that the bride to be, she listened to it with very, she has gedul, she is patient, and not because she's religious, but because she wants to
make a good impression.
to make a good impression on the mother.
Yeah, but the mother gets it that she's not as religious as she's coming off,
Yeah.
but she doesn't want to be too.
But she's behaving herself. She
Yeah.
sees that she's
So she's
behaving.
just being polite.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so now there are many people that raise their hand. So, Gittel first.
Yeah, I think one of the things that might be confusing about this paragraph is it's the narratorial voice that starts I, note under the freshly washed tablecloth a pair of beautiful brown challahs. We're like switching around from the perspective of one of the people present to another, but this right here, Ich Bamer, that's the narrator, yeah?
That's the son, I think.
The
Yeah,
son.
he's switching from first person to third person. So
Yes.
it is confusing that way.
It is confusing, but that's now
He goes
the son,
back and
the son
forth.
himself. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Barbara.
Oh, okay, so I have a question about this again, the religious part again. So is the young lady saying, well, should I say the motzi, even though the mother has said the motzi? Should I just eat the bread? I mean, what is that play right there?
Well, yes, that's what she's thinking. I don't
Because
know how many should say the motzi, maybe more
Well,
than
I think
one.
everybody says it like I know when my uncle used to say it, who was the religious person. Everybody else kind of said it under their breath because you have to say it before you eat.
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
right,
Well,
but wasn't it good enough that the mother said it? Can't she just eat the bread?
No, I think
That's what I'm
everybody has,
wondering.
well, at
well,
least that's the
well,
way I grew up.
it
Everybody had
depends.
to say it.
It depends on the customs. I, for example, was once invited at a Chabadnik's house, and every one of the men that were at the table did the blessing over the wine.
Really?
Yeah, really. And the understanding or the idea is that every person that has the obligation to do something has to do the prayer for that.
Yeah.
So you don't substitute one person saying it for everybody else. It's a matter of customs. For example, many years ago, at Shul, when there were a few people who had to say Kaddish, for example, there was just one person who said Kaddish for everybody. Nowadays, every person who has to say Kaddish says it at the same time, but everyone does it. There's no one individual that does it for everybody.
Thank you,
So
Martin.
that's the idea. And there's just, if you allow me, there's just one thing that I wanted to mention, which is in the second paragraph, it says, Schlingt darunter gezayit. That means that she swallowed an amount equal to an olive. Now, in halacha, that amount is the minimum amount. So what she's taking is the minimum amount that she should eat to comply with the blessing. But it's interesting also that under some conditions, if, for example, something that is dairy falls into meat and is less than by chance, by mistake or something, and it's less than the amount of an olive, it doesn't spoil the kashrut of the meat plate, and the other way also.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Marty.
Thank you.
Okay, Mariv.
So, what I'm getting through this whole first part is just how they're all tiptoeing around, being very careful to try and figure out how they should interact with the other. So nobody gets upset, everything goes smoothly. And I mean, in everything, in the religious stuff, in whatever they say, whatever they don't say.
Yeah. So anyway, those of you that have mothers-in-law, or, just think about the first time you met your mother-in-law. So that's exactly what's happening here.
Also, if you're a mother of boys, you can relate.
Yes.
He wants to make a good impression.
Yes. Elaine?
I always thought that with the whole bracha business, whether you have to make the, I always thought that if someone makes a bracha and everybody says amen, it's as if you said it. And
That's true. That's true. And we all sing Hamotzi together in the shul when we make.
Right, but if you just say amen, whatever the bracha is, say amen, it's as if you said it, and then you don't have to say the whole bracha.
It depends on each group's
Is that
custom.
just custom? Is that just custom?
It is custom, yes.
Okay, Luisa?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, Vinkl, for reminding us of the more modern techniques of writing novels. And this one certainly is one that uses what is called the stream of consciousness, in that it's as if the author puts himself in the mind of one of the characters. And this is what was happening here that I did not recognize. But it's 20th century techniques, Virginia Woolf, and people who came after her.
Okay, let's go on. So we are here. So the mother is saying, Mir kaufen Chale. Gittel, please.
Wir kaufen Challah beim Bäcker. We buy challah from the baker. Hat von Kol Tov. He has everything good.
Yes.
Afilu in mitten Yor bakt Yom Tovdik Kitkes. Even in the middle of the year, he bakes holiday Kitkes, whatever that means.
Okay, so a kitke is a braided, egg-rich bread eaten on the Sabbath and the holidays. And I think that Susan has a story about kitke.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, just a moment. So Susan, can you tell us the story about the kitke?
Me?
Susan? Yes, please. I remember that you have a story about it.
I remember that I had a story, but I don't remember the story. There was a whole story about a Kitka, yes.
Make one up. Nobody's going to
Okay.
know. Make it up.
Anyway, when you remember, you will tell us. Rafael, yes.
Yeah, I just want to point out that there are several markers here of Northern Yiddish. And of course, Chaim Grada, living in Vilna, would be speaking the Northern dialect. The word kitka is pretty much peculiar to the Northern dialect. It's a braided challah, but it's a word in the Northern Yiddish. Also, he's been saying die Mädel, where standard Yiddish would have das Mädel, another marker of Northern Yiddish to avoid using
So
the
a Kitka is a challah in Litvish Yiddish, but it wouldn't be used by a Polish or a Galiciana.
Well, which Yiddish is the Russian Yiddish spoken in Russia and Ukraine? Is that Northern? No, right?
No, that'd mostly be Southern. Although when you say Northern, Central, or Southern, the lines are not east-west lines. And so there's even part of Ukraine where Northern Yiddish is spoken. So it really depends on where. There are maps of these things.
Yes, it's a dialect, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I just mention that in South Africa, which was essentially a Lithuanian Jewish settlement, you just heard the word kitka. It was taken for granted that everyone knew what a kitka was.
I think that's where I heard it from, the South African Jews in Houston.
Yes, I just
Yeah, I
didn't
think
want
that's
to
her
tell
story,
your
yeah.
story. Yes.
It's a musical group. What else are you talking about? The band, Kitka, of course.
Kitka. Okay, go on, Gittel.
In Purim, Kollechen, Schwarzen Lecker, und allerlei süßen Torten. Okay, so Purim baked goods, black lecker, cakes, and all sweet cakes as an I would want to see, as an oig farchot. In die größte Stadt hat man nicht kein Zeit, allein zu backen. In big cities, people don't have time to do their own baking. In die kleine Städtlech, weiß ich, backt man in die Stiebe. In the small towns, I think, people bake in their houses. Mastama führt man sich bei euch in Stieb euch azoi. Perhaps where you live, this is the custom.
Yeah. So anyone knows what a schwarze Leker is?
It's probably a honey cake. Honey cakes
No,
are very good.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's like a chocolate loaf, like you know how you have like a marble loaf of like chocolate with the the white cake. It's like a chocolate one, so it's completely dark.
Maybe like a chocolate babka.
Or chocolate pound cake.
Chocolate pound cake, yeah, it's like a chocolate
chocolate?
pound cake,
Yeah,
my
I'm
favorite.
hungry.
Wouldn't they use chocolate if it was chocolate? I wonder if it has to do with that, they didn't always have like, like cake flour like we have now. They would use darker flours to
Wow.
bake things. It's quite possible that a dark cake is one that uses maybe
Darker
rye flours or something like that.
What is lekich? I know that's a word.
It's a pound
Lakish is
cake.
a cake.
Pound cake. It's like a sponge cake, like a sponge.
So it's
a honey cake.
chocolate cake.
Yeah, the common one is the honey cake.
I think so.
Honey.
Okay. Susan, yes?
I remember that the story was a Litvak immigrant went to Three Brothers Bakery and asked for a kitka. She wanted it for Shabbos, and they didn't know what the heck she was talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
She was shocked
She was shocked,
because
yes.
that's what the term she would have used for a challah, for a Shabbos challah.
Thank you, Susan. Barbara?
Yeah, I got the ingredients here. Rav
You have
Google.
the
No.
ingredients. Okay.
Yeah, I've got the ingredients. So the color and flavor, it gets its distinctively dark, rich color and deep flavor profile from ingredients like strong coffee, black tea, dark brown sugar, cloves, allspice, and a heavy amount of honey.
Yeah.
So that's why they call
I always thought lekach is honey cake.
Yeah,
it
but this
is.
is a schwarze because of these dark colored ingredients, apparently.
That sounds exactly like the recipe my aunt used for honey cake for Rosh Hashanah.
My recipe, my mother's recipe, which is now my recipe, has coffee in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So, Luisa, you raised your hand, Luisa.
Yeah, I just wanted, thank you. I just wanted to say that perhaps it was referring to the chocolate black cake that is common in Austria or Germany. That type of cake made with chocolate for black cake, but I don't know. I was just suggesting.
Okay, Gittel God. Ja, bei uns in Städtel.
Ja, bei uns in Stettel backen die Weiber allein. Yeah. In our little town, the women bake in their own houses. Erev Shabbos is bei uns in Stieb, Yarid. On the evening of Shabbos, there's a big hullabaloo in our house. Men kommt zu mein Mammen, Käufen Heisel. People come to my mother's house buying yeast. Die Rabbinen in die städtlich leben von dem. The wives in the little towns live off this. Was sie verkaufen hazen, that they sell yeast. Sagt Fruma Liebsche mit Kentiken var said Fruma Liebke with, I don't know what those last two words are.
Oh, God. Known
This is like aggravation.
With aggravation. So,
insulted. But Russ is
Clearly annoyed. She was clearly annoyed.
So why were the Rabbonim living from selling yeast? Does anyone understand this? Okay, let's look it up for next time.
Well, okay, I had a thought.
It must have been a custom that the rabbis sold.
No.
Sold.
Okay, Barbara.
So I think maybe the thought is that it could easily become contaminated or not be kosher, and perhaps it needed the rabbinic supervision, and that's why they were the ones who distributed it. That's a thought, anyway.
I think I read somewhere that the rabbis' wives sold yeast, and that's how they made their little cash.
Okay.
I
No,
thought
let's
the
look it
word
up.
for dress was disappointed.
Yeah, let's look it up for next time, and let's finish with David Katz. Let's finish the we have a little bit until the next paragraph. So, David, when me bakt allein Chales?
When bakt allein Chales of Shabbos, when you bake Chales by yourself, haben sie Gor and Ander, Tam. So when you're baking Shabbos on your own, I guess, they have a different flavor. Baking it by yourself, I guess. Das Hart wächst, wenn man sieht, wie die Babkes gehen auf und in the Fanet. Okay, so the heart, your heart grows or warms, I guess, grows when you see how these babkas start to rise in the pans. Stellt sich die Mama auf. The mother, she stands up. Nu, ich will gehen bringen die fish. Well, I'm gonna go bring the fish now. Ich will euch helfen. I will help you. Sagt Fruma Liebscha, Hamish und Freilich. Fruma Liebscha says this in a happy and Hamish. Hamish is Hamish. I don't.
Friendly.
Friendly. Yeah, friend is a friendly, but yeah. She's a Kanapa Arbeit. It's a little bit of work. Leuchten auf their mama's Eugen. The mother's eyes are getting bright. I don't know a good way to translate that. Sitz euch Gesundheit. Sit, I guess she is her eyes are warming up to her, I guess. Sit, be well, she tells her. Ihr kennt noch zerreißen das Kleid und die Eisens und die Kesslach gezeigt. You can still tear the zerreißen the dress in the get Eisens, the I guess the with the tools and the
There are tools in the smithy.
and then
There are
tools
tools in the smithy, and the tools can
in
rip
the little
the
box.
clothes. Yeah.
Tools in the box, Eisens and die gezeigt. Wir seien schon zugewohnt, wie umzugehen in Engschaft. We are already used to going around Engschaft, closely, I guess. So we are
It's not
getting
close.
used to
It's crowded. In the crowd, the room is crowded.
Engschaft, in the crowd, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And we will stop here. It's 12 o'clock and it's 12 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock here. So anyway,
Wo bist du? Switzerland?
Ich bin in Basel.
Where?
So, ich bin in Basel. Anyway, Marie, take on. I have reservation for dinner, so I have to dress and go to dinner.
Okay, bon appetit.
You don't have to fit. You can continue talking. I will go away.
Mina, order a Schwarze
Yeah.
in the restaurant.
Nah, chocolate.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
This chocolate.
Okay, and we will see each other next week. Seien wir alle gesinnt, and you can keep talking. You can keep talking.
No, order a Kitka.
A Kitka. Okay, and
Okay, well, I'll let Bob go first then.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have two quick questions, and Morty, maybe you can help. So back to the sitter for women. The Yiddish, I'm assuming the women can read Hebrew if they can read Yiddish. Is it a transliteration or is
They didn't know Hebrew.
There was a book called the Sonorama. The Sonorama.
The letters are the same, but the words are different.
So it's transliteration, not a translation.
No, it's a
No,
translation.
No, it's
it's a
correct itself.
translation,
It's a
not a
translation. My
transliteration.
grandma read in Yiddish.
Yeah,
Ja,
it's
in
a
Yiddish.
siddur written in Yiddish.
What? So is the Hebrew translated to Yiddish? Is that what it
Yes.
is?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just like the art
So
scroll. It's like the art
is
scroll in
there
English, except it's in Yiddish.
okay? Is there a comparable book for the Sephardim women?
For the what?
I
Sephardic?
wouldn't
Well,
know. My my
Sephardic, you
my
mean written
my
in
knowledge of
Arabic?
Sephardic
well,
customs is
whatever, or so,
good.
or Ladino, or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I am not Sephardic,
there
so
are
I don't know.
Ladino Sidurim, yes, yes.
So
It's
would the women read the Hebrew, or
well, or they, yeah, yes, because in the Ottoman Empire they had the same concept for the women to make it easier on them, and it was more Ladino than Hebrew, so it's a very parallel situation.
there is? Okay.
Yeah,
There,
that the women didn't study much Hebrew, and therefore they prayed many times. There are many Ladino prayers, and they probably mixed both languages all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
have
think
So,
Latino
one of the
prayers in
first
our
books
shul.
in,
We have Mexican Jews in our shul, and they pray in Ladino also. They have Ladino prayers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's the same. It's a translation, just like there are Yiddish translations of Hebrew prayers.
Yeah.
and
yeah,
what's the famous women's book? I'm blanking the name of.
Cinerama, the
Yeah, so
Cinerama.
I got the impression they also had Yiddish things that were not just from the Hebrew, but they added more stuff that women in Eastern Europe would have wanted. I don't know if I'm
Well,
right or not, but
the Tzena is something different. It's more a book of moral teachings and stories
not
in Yiddish that
not
women
literal translations from the
not
Hebrew necessarily.
no, it was not a siddur.
Okay.
The Korban Mincha is a siddur in Yiddish.
Okay. So I was going to say, I'm noticing that the room, they're in this little room behind the smithy, but she goes into the smithy to get the cooking. So the stove and everything is in the smithy itself.
Mhm.
So I have
That's
a
how.
question. I
Well,
have a
why not? That's
question.
a
What about
lot of heat there.
what about that last line where she answers in an impatient way to her sort of future mother-in-law? Why was she impatient?
What was she saying? I don't remember now.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
in a minute.
Yeah,
That is
I feel like they're both like just being so careful, all of them, with each
no,
other.
I think that I think that she's talking about the. I found this a little bit sarcastic. I think that when she's talking about when the mother-in-law
Yeah.
talks about being in the little villages,
Yeah.
they go and buy buy at the rabbi's house. I think that she remember she comes from a high yichus, and she feels that this is making her a little bit bringing her down in her level or whatever.
Yeah, because it says so frume liebche mit kentiken, I think it is fardrus, is it?
Fardros, yes. Impatience or anger.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
On the other hand, the son feels very confident. He's got, she's his, and he's not sweating it. And
Yeah.
she's obviously, marrying down, at least so it seems, and willing to
Yeah,
do
the
that.
mother compliments later that she's brave enough to find her own husband and not go by what her family is going to tell her to do. Yeah.
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 Oh well. Sometimes we get lucky, sometimes.
So we
But the
get a
mother-in-law
little.
the mother-in-law has her own character, and she has said before that she's not ashamed of what she is.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
No,
and
you
also she explains later that when her husband was alive, they were actually rich or well off at one time. So
yeah. Yeah. No, she's certainly the hero. She's certainly the model,
Do
The
we
nice
woman
know?
lady.
of character.
Yeah, a woman of character.
Do we know where he wrote this story? Was it in the
No,
States?
but it's actually recent. You look at the dates that Minna sent in the email. I think it was like the 1950s or something.
Yeah, it says
At the
59.
beginning of the story, she
Yeah.
says New York, 1959.
Yeah.
He's living in.
So
Did
he's
he,
remembering, trying to. He may never have even lived in a shtetl. He's maybe putting together what he heard from his Bubba and everything.
No, I think he lived in. He was born in a shtetl
Oh,
in
okay.
Europe.
Because this
For
is
sure.
really a little glimpse into the shtetl politics. You'll see the rest of the story. It gets pretty crazy.
Very good.
It's a
Yeah.
good